Good evening. My name is Carla Hartley. I'm a family law attorney practicing in Ventura County, California, and the managing partner for Hartley Lamas, a family law firm located in Ventura County, California. I'm going to be talking to you tonight about three things that you need to know. First, it's all about custodial orders tonight. All about custodial orders. The supervising judge of the family law department in Ventura County Superior Court has issued an order. It's Administrative Order 20-09, and that order has a lot of stuff in it that I discussed last night and some stuff I'm going to discuss tonight. This is all about custody tonight. If you have a custodial order in Ventura County, California, you need to know these things. First thing I'm discussing is going to be what kind of schedule are you supposed to be on for your custodial timeshare? Is it the regular school schedule? Is it the summer schedule? Is it spring break? What are we doing? That's my first thing. The second thing that I will be talking about is what direction do we have from the court on your exchange locations. So many of our orders that come out of Ventura County Superior Court have exchange locations that take place at the school, that take place at public locations. What are you supposed to be doing about that now? And finally, I'm going to be talking to you about further direction that we got from Judge Johnson, which talks about transparency between homes and co-parents and how to ensure that that you have the same rules in both houses. So those are the three topics, and I'm going to be getting to that now. Some of it I'm going to be reading the order to you because I think it's stated very clearly in the order, and I don't think I can say it any better. I also want to be careful not to be advising people in this. This is informational, not advisory. I can give general information. This is not legal advice and does not create an attorney-client relationship. Also, do not send us questions on this Facebook site, and don't expect us to answer your questions if you contact us at the office if we are not your attorney of record. We give advice to our clients, but at this particular time, and kind of as a public service, I'm making sure that this information gets out. Also, hopefully some of our clients are watching this and they won't have to, pay their bill for calling us to answer questions that are pretty much in open source information. So, to start with, what schedule are you on? You are on the schedule that your school's calendar says you are on. A lot of people seem to be wanting to treat this like summer vacation. It's not summer vacation, according to Judge Johnson, until the school's calendar says it's summer vacation. So my advice to you would be to go ahead and print out your school's calendar now before it changes, so you can prove later on that you were following the school's calendar. So right now, many parents are homeschooling their kids or having the teachers, online teaching their kids, or a combination of all of that. It is school right now. You are on the school schedule. This is not time for any schedule except the school schedule. This is not a vacation. You're supposed to be at home, staying safe at home with your children. That is what the court expects you to do at this time. So your exchange schedule is exactly, your custodial timeshare is that as set forth in your particular order, consistent with your school's calendar or your child's school's calendar. Now, we do have an extrapolation that I think is worth making right now, and will save a lot of phone calls to the office. First of all, many of our custodial orders coming out of the Ventura County Superior Court allow for 3-day weekends. If there's a holiday weekend, then often, not always, often the parent who has the weekend day preceding or immediately following the holiday gets the extra day. So that's going to, I would think, continue to apply consistent with your school calendar. If your school calendar says that, if there's an in-service, a teacher's in-service day, and that's so the kids have that day off, if your custodial order says that that's supposed to be an extended day for the parent who had the weekend, then that is what is supposed to be their day. So try to follow that. Follow your custodial order consistent with the school's calendar. That's the simplest way. Keep it simple, keep it straight, don't get yourself in trouble over this. And don't confuse your kids. It's a bad time to be confusing kids. All right, next, we want to discuss exchange locations. I think this is really good information, and we hadn't had a lot of questions on it, but I think people are starting to have these questions. If your child has a location at school, I think Judge Johnson divided this into school and extracurricular activities, which are all suspended right now. So if you have an exchange location that's supposed to occur at a school or an extracurricular activity, right now, per the direction of the Ventura Superior Court, that exchange is now supposed to occur at the relinquishing parent's home. So the receiving parent is supposed to go to the relinquishing parent's home, sit curbside if at all possible, and the child is supposed to, if at all possible, come to the receiving parent's vehicle unescorted by the other parent. Now, that's not going to be possible if the child can't walk, for instance, or, say there's a large apartment complex, then certainly it's not going to be from the parent's door straight to the car door. But there is a point generally at which one parent can stand back and watch the child go to the other parent's car. And I think that is the intention of this order. And I think it's a good intention. If a restraining order is in effect, however, then the new location is to be at the police station, the parking lot of the police station closest to the home of the relinquishing parent. Okay, I'm going to read that again. If a restraining order is in effect, the pickup location shall be the parking lot of the police station nearest to the home of the relinquishing parent. And again, if possible, the child shall transfer between vehicles unassisted. The parents may agree to any other exchange location, but they need to do so in advance. And if there is a restraining order, then you need to make sure that in your restraining order, you have that exception permitting peaceful communications between the parents concerning the children. If you have that exception in your restraining order, and it is not on all restraining orders, so read your restraining order. If you have that exception, then you can communicate with the other parent without being in violation of that order. And this is a topic suitable to discuss along those lines. Now, if an exchange location is at a public place, a Starbucks, a McDonald's, something like that, then the direction from Judge Johnson is that the exchange should occur in the parking lot of that location. And again, the child preferably will go between the two vehicles unassisted. I think this is wise to emphasize in so many, and she's not bolding it or underlining it, but in this order, the court has said the same thing a couple of different times in a couple of different scenarios. And I think that's to minimize contact between the parents at a time when all of our society is in a pressure cooker, and a lot of parents have a lot more exposure to their kids and each other than they are accustomed to having. So this is kind of a safety thing, and it's not just good direction from the judge, it's an order. So if you need a copy of this order because you want to be able to share it with your other parent, you can contact our office and we will get it to you. We will not give you advice with the order. We got this already out to our clients with our advice on this a couple days ago. So I can't violate my trust with my clients by giving you guys advice as well. Also, I don't have time to. I've got to be working on what our clients need. However, we can get a copy of the order to you without being in violation of any of our duties and as a public service. Don't expect it within 3 minutes of calling. You'll go on a list and we'll get it to you when we can. There may be other places you can get this order from, and if possible, you might want to do that. Now, the next thing, the last thing I'm going to talk about is this direction from the court to try to have transparency between the homes. And I think this is important. The court says, unless a restraining order prohibits contact, the parents shall communicate regarding precautionary measures they are taking regarding COVID-19, so the children shall have the same procedures in both parents' homes. I think that's important because we want the kids to feel safe. This is already a traumatic enough incident for them. If we can make sure that between the two homes, the parents are doing the same thing, I think that will eliminate a lot of anxiety for the children. So I think that would be the aim that the judge is taking with this. So you're going to need to communicate about that. Again, only if you're permitted to do so. If you have a restraining order prohibiting contact, don't talk to each other about it. Then the court also asks or orders that transferring items between homes shall be limited this time to essential clothing and educational materials. So again, that's in keeping with the public health directive and in keeping with everything that's going on right now. There is a provision here that this is not an exclusive remedy to all issues that might arise. And there's also a provision here that that this goes away when the health and stay well at home order is lifted or rescinded. Then you will go back to your original orders, your original locations, your original exchange locations, your original custodial timeshare, all that stuff. So I hope this has been helpful. I am again over time, but I don't know how to say this any more quickly, and I want to make sure this is useful information. So I have conveyed it. I do not believe I will be posting anything tomorrow, but I hope to within the next couple of days. Have a good evening. Above all, stay kind, stay patient. Don't blow up your lives right now. If you get a restraining order against you right now, I don't know where you're going to go. So stay calm, keep calm. This will be over. And don't do anything right now that you're going to regret once it's over.